Welcome back, friends and followers of Young Team. Today we've brought you guys a new video about a little boy who walks with his back bent. This little boy needs medical help and needs some support from other people, for he's been living in poverty and has no money to even pay for the school fees. And so we want you guys to have open hearts while you listen to the story of the little boy who walks with his back bent forwards. So here we'll have the boy's mother tell us of how and when and where the boy started getting his back bent, and the history of the boy since he was born till now. This is the little boy's mother, Adija. And the little boy's name is Xavier. Xavier is only 7 years old, but Adija says that he's only the second child. When Xavier was born, he was born into a very poor family. They barely had enough money to even get food every single day. They at least got one meal every day. But there was a problem about Xavier. The older he became, the taller he grew. They started to show symbols that Xavier had a problem with his back, that his back was bending like an old grandpa and not straight, and this concerned his mother a lot. But there was trouble ahead for his mother, a lot more trouble for her. By the time she had her 5th child, she found out that her husband had a first family, and by his own will decided to go back to his first family, leaving her behind with 5 children. No money, no food, no clothes, no nothing, just a house that she had to rent, and that meant that she had to work for her own money, had to do everything on her own now. But now that she was on her own, she still didn't think of giving up, not after what she started to discover about her son. With his bent back, that meant that she needed to pay attention a lot to him and find a doctor quick to heal him. At first she had found a doctor who could help her heal her son or check on him for a little while. The doctor would come every single 3 times a week to check on how he's doing, if he was improving, and if there's any problem with him. She didn't really have to pay. The doctor said that they would deal with it by themselves. They'll pay for everything that they needed for the boy. But after a while, the doctor also had an accident where their child had passed away. So it's been a very long while haven't she seen the doctor. She says that the doctor might come back, but it's not really going to improve her son, for the son was not going to heal better and was only just getting some checkups. She has seen lately that the checkups that the doctor has been doing on her son have helped him stand better, but still, she needs doctors to heal him and get him to stand well as other normal boys. She hasn't found any doctor who can really help her, because every single time she finds one, they always end up telling her that she needs to pay and she doesn't have that much money. She's been looking for a job, but it's really hard with the coronavirus restrictions. What she does know how to do is sew, but she doesn't have a sewing machine, neither does she have the money to pay for the sewing machine. Every single time she finds money, she tries her best to find some food to buy her for her children so they can eat. But sometimes she doesn't even get money and the children don't eat at all, neither does she. But other times she also gets some good Samaritan who gives her some money, some few dollars for potatoes and probably some beans, and that's it. Then one day Adija decides to go take her son to the hospital so he can get another checkup by the doctors and also get some questions answered. The first doctor that walks in, Adija asks him about the long-term physical therapy and the surgery and asks him how she could get it. He says she needs a doctor's referral and some money for the chemotherapy and the surgery for the little boy his back. Then she decides to tell the doctor about her problems and see if we could help her with this. She tells the doctor that she has no money at this moment and asks for help, but the doctor tells her that he couldn't really do anything. All she could do was go home, find a job, work for that money, and come back with the papers, the money, and the little boy, and they'll do the long-term physical therapy. That's all he could do, and then he told her that he had to leave for the next doctor to come and check on him. Then she watches all the other doctors come in and do their checkups, then leave. Then she's told that she could leave. She gets the boy ready and leaves. Even once she tried to go to the capital city to go buy her son Crutches. Once she did, she gave them to her son and told her son to use them, hoping that they would make him at least stand up a little bit better. But all they ever really do is hurt him in the armpits. That's what she thinks, because he really doesn't like the Crutches at all. But still, her son still uses the Crutches, even though they hurt him in the armpits. He uses them sometimes, and other times he tries to walk by himself. She also wishes to move to the capital city, where she can find the hospitals and the doctors that can do the long-term physical therapy with her son, and also find a better school for disability kids. She's been trying to find one. She also once tried to take her son to a normal school for kids, but the teachers there told her that it would not be easy for the boy to go to this school, because he would make a lot of attention for bullying. A lot of kids would bully him, and also he'd probably be very behind in school. So the teachers recommended that she take him to a disability school, but she couldn't afford that. If she had money, she would have done that a long time ago. For Adija to see that her second son has a disability is really hard for her. First, to mention that the older one and the ones born after him have no problem at all. It first took her some time to get used to it and just take him in as he is, but eventually she did. Sometimes she even feels really bad for the boy. For every single time he goes to school, kids look at him and he feels very embarrassed by the way the kids looking at him and how he bends down. But also when he stays home, he feels uncomfortable and doesn't feel happy because he wants to go to school. She hopes that she could get the physical therapy and the surgery for her son, so he doesn't have to feel embarrassed and also have to stay home and not learn, for she wants him to get a good future as all the other 5 kids. But because of Corona, she's staying home and she has no job. But if she were to have a job, she'd be happy and she wouldn't have problems with it. But she doesn't, and she needs money to find money so she can get food for her children and also pay for the school fees and also the hospital bills. But because she doesn't have any job, she sometimes goes looking for places where they can sell, so she can see if she could just a little bit sew something and hopefully sell it or get some little bit of money so she can find food for her children. That's how she lives on a daily basis. Other times they're lucky to get someone to give them money where they can get a breakfast and also get food. Other times they don't get anything. But she also needs the money so she can pay for her house, because she's renting the house, so she can buy herself a house. That's why she's planning to buy herself a sewing machine so she can start sewing and start a little business where she sews clothes and sells them off. This is where it's going to end the video. You've heard everything about Xavier and his mother. His mother has told you all she needs, and all she needs is money so she can pay for the school fees, the boys' doctor's appointments, and so she can pay for the house rent and also find some food. All she wants is that her boy can walk normally like other boys and not have to bend forwards. This is the story of the little boy Xavier who walks with his back bent towards the front. I hope that this story has touched you guys all in the hearts, and hopefully you guys donate some money to this boy's charity so we can help him, so one day we could all see him walking frontwards. If you donate money and we have enough, we'll make another video where you can see this boy walking perfectly after all the surgery and physical therapy. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.